I know the feeling as a Chelsea fan, and I wanted the players to play with the feeling of a Chelsea fan travelling across London to watch that game, and they did play like that, and they did celebrate like that at the end, so that's why I was celebrating like that too.
Keeper's lost it, and Lampard has scored! Game over. That's a great ball. Yeah! Oh, yes! Frank Lampard put it in! Frank Lampard to win it! He's got it! 2-0!
We come to Burnley, I thought, right, it feels like a time for Christian to go by a team which is quite organised and some quite big defenders, and he came in and he did exactly that. You saw what we've seen since, actually, a lot of speed, the balance, the finishing ability. I was just trying to get the best out of a player, the best out of a group. And at that time, we were playing pretty well and getting wins in the 7-win running streak.
I was really hoping for that first goal. I wanted it to come. I guess it came in 3, so it was incredible. We're on a roll right now, and I'm just so excited to be a part of this team.
I think we can take a lot of positives from the Manchester United game. I obviously made some changes to the starting 11, and we played some younger players and some other players that deserve minutes who have been a big part of our squad. I thought we were the better team on actual play during the game, and unfortunate probably to lose the game with an incredible free kick from Marcus Rashford.
What a goal. Unbelievable from Rashford.
As a manager, it's very important that you set the tone of the reaction after a game like Manchester United. As I say, I don't think the performance was bad at all. There were some good parts, but it's very important that I stay very upbeat. There have been a lot of good things we've been doing in recent weeks, and we must continue them. The Watford game was a really interesting one for me because we played some great football. You know, the first goal with Georgie's pass to Tammy, something we'd worked on in training, something I'd shown the players, something I tried to do in my playing days when I played with Didier. I looked for that a lot with the one-toucher, and they found it and they nailed it.
Tammy Abraham, onside, Tammy! There's your cushion. There you go. There you go. Chelsea opened up Watford. Tammy Abraham, the provider this time.
We must understand that even though we're at home now, the quality of Ajax and the danger of them is as much, if not more, than the game that we played away.
Ajax at home, we competed with them in terms of the game, but we find ourselves goals behind because of mistakes that we're making in defensive areas. But then we come through in that game and show an incredible resilience and amount of character. The stadium started to erupt like the stadium does at the Bridge on those special nights. And I was disappointed in the end not to win that game, but again we'd shown that we can compete with a big team. To get my first Manager of the Month award in the Premier League was a great feeling because it's recognition of playing at the highest level, which I believe the Premier League is, and it has to be recognition for everybody at the club. It's a great feeling for me, and I enjoyed that side of it. But the overall feeling was I got that it was a real reflection on the work we were doing at the time. And that goes from my staff, everybody on the staff, for the players, how they're taking on messages that you're trying to relay day after day. And we were in good form and playing well, so I was pleased with the recognition, but it felt very general and recognition for everybody. I really remember well the feeling going into the Manchester City away game because everyone was talking so well about us. It was great news, everything I read, everything was great. I felt like it was something that we could certainly not get overconfident about as a club, as individuals, myself, because I knew there was a long way to go. There were periods this season where we were inconsistent to a level that obviously I'm not happy with, and I know as fans we wouldn't be. When we lose games, at home against West Ham, at home against Bournemouth, we go to Everton and perform below par, which are mixed in with good performances as well. It's a problem that I really want to solve and know I have to solve, and until we keep working day after day at trying to eradicate that feeling of maybe individual errors, I think some of it is down to the fact of having younger players within the squad who are finding their feet, and sometimes we have to be very fair with them and understand that consistency at this level is going to be tough. But it's not just a problem for younger players, it's a problem for the squad as a whole, and it's something as we move forward, only work is going to change.
When Spurs play Chelsea, it's always a massive match, always a fiery match, but does it have an extra special touch for you being against your old boss?
Yeah, I suppose so. I'm happy to go up against Jose because I think for me to play under him as a player, and he was a big influence on my career. And that remains. I'll always have respect for him for that side of it. The bigger thing is Chelsea-Tottenham.
I will be always grateful to him for what he gave me as a player, and nothing is going to change. I love the guy. I will always love the guy. I hope he loses Sunday.
It was a game that I and we as staff analysed Tottenham. We felt that a change of system, and of course we played 3 at the back of that season before that, but not in the games building into this game. And we felt that a change could really give us a lot of comfort on the ball and a lot of security that we could control the game. When you work through the week to that, off the back of a pretty difficult period, so where a team like Tottenham could jump you in the points, everybody knows that. To see how the players put out that plan on the pitch and perform was one of the proudest moments of the season. I know the feeling as a Chelsea fan, and I wanted the players to play with the feeling of a Chelsea fan travelling across London to Tottenham to watch that game, and they did play like that and they did celebrate like that at the end, so that's why I was celebrating like that too. I'll admit the fact that when we sat in our staff room after that, there was patting on the back because we had looked at Tottenham, we had come up with a plan to try and win the game, and then you see the players do that.
The players were great. Excuse me, I've lost my voice. But no, you come up with a small change. You come up with a bit of a change because we looked at Tottenham. We changed the system. Oh, go away. We changed the system. Tony Rudiger changed the system with hopefully to benefit us defensively and offensively, and keep the ball well and control parts of the game. I couldn't have asked for any more.
It was a game at home which I really didn't like. We were not that dangerous to them as I'd want us to be, and then with some crucial errors they scored their 2 goals, so it was a disappointing, and we were in that kind of slight inconsistency which has been a frustration this season.
Big problems at home for Chelsea again.
Amazingly, I could live the London derby between Chelsea and Arsenal from both sides, and I have to say it's one of those games you always look forward to because it's a big game and a big London derby.
I just think it remains what it is at face value, a tough visit to a London rival.
It's even more special for me because, you know, my family were always Arsenal fans.
The Arsenal game was the first real game that I remember feeling we're really lethargic today. And by that, just created a bit of pressure against us for half an hour of play. Now, it's how long do you want to wait until the game's 2 or 3-0 if you're in that situation, because they've got good players. Change worked, thankfully. Again, you rely on the players, and the players changed it, and they came out and absolutely dominated that second half.
Cut back for Abraham. Can he get the shot off? Oh, yes, he can! And Chelsea have turned it round. Tammy Abraham. 2 goals in the space of a couple of minutes for the Blues. Reigning in North London again.
At the turn of the year, I had a pretty balanced outlook. I had very fresh in my memory the Arsenal resilient team that turned the game round, the Tottenham team that dominated away from home. I also had Southampton, I also had Bournemouth, I also had West Ham at home. So I knew that it would probably be a fight towards the end to try and attain 4th place.